Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second investigation. Chihiro is dead. Larson is sure that was a team group project with Celeste and Hifumi. Is that right, Larson?
Well, I'm assuming that joint murders are a thing in this, based off of our previous conversations. Although rule-wise, I'm not sure how that really works out in like the class trial thing.
Yeah, because there can only be one blackened.
But you said something sus in one of the first episodes. We were like, well, maybe if the killers. You said it in a way that was like, when they have phrases and questions where there's an S in parentheses.
Did you just compare me to an English worksheet? I'm not.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, it's it could be a possibility.
The
Theoretically,
killer with the
two
S in
people could work
parentheses.
together to kill two other people because Monokuma just said in the last episode that the limit of murders that can happen is two people.
I guess the big question is how many chapters are there in this game?
I think there's five or six.
How are there so many?
There's
My
16
lord.
students.
So the trick now is to figure out who was the other character that they did more backstory of.
Yeah. But for now, let's investigate.
Oh my lord. Oh no.
There's blood on the booby poster.
Oh, it's Mondo, isn't it?
That was a total switch, but you were just saying last episode it was totally Celeste and fucking Hifumi.
I know, but I just thought about it, right? And I'm like, whose backstory do we explore more of? And we had the sauna scene with Mondo on his own, and like the last thing. And then we had the scene of Mondo talking to Chiro to cheer her up, and then we had the scene of Mondo with Taka.
Well, the scene of talking to Mondo in the sauna by ourselves, to be fair, that was just an optional thing.
Was it?
Yeah.
But we didn't do a free time with him.
Yeah, it wasn't a free time. It was just like, you know how you're walking and you have the option to talk to people, but like, you don't have to? It was one of those
Yeah.
things. We were exploring the school, and you walked up to Mondo and talked to him while in the sauna.
Mm.
So that was just an extra piece of lore.
We
But I
haven't
get what you're
really
saying.
heard any backstory from Hifumi.
Other than
First,
Celeste throwing tea at the wall that Hifumi
I'll
made.
re I'll reevaluate my choice in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, you're gonna have like five guesses by the end of this episode. Though
God.
maybe it'll help your estimate if we actually find the clues. Instead of just staring at the man behind the punching bag.
Man, maybe God. Oh, I just keep changing my guess and then always go back to my original guess. My original
Jeez.
guess was pretty solid though. Gotta
You
say,
got the
Chihiro with
victim.
Celeste and
You got the
Hifumi.
victim spot on.
God,
I'll
I
give you
just
that
knew.
much. She is
Watch,
very
I bet you
killable.
I'm gonna get the next victim spot on too. The victim's the easy ones. It's the killer. It's the hard part.
That's the actual investigation.
Yeah. First of all, I better check the Monokuma file to see what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 o'clock a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, fuck you. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. I'm still complaining. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Nice. Shut up. Shut up.
Hey, Makoto, do you have a second?
Naturally. Huh? Did you need something from me?
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know?
In my head, my brain immediately morphed purpose into you. Suddenly turns into dating sim.
Byakuya stopped
Flowers
flirting
appear.
during the investigation. There's been a
You
murder.
know, zooms in around his face, does like the pink glow around him with the flowers falling. You know what I'm talking about? uh, editing Taylor, do that if you can.
She's not going to.
The pink glow around the face with the flowers in the corners of the screen and more flowers falling.
I'm not,
Byakuya,
I'm
life
not even.
without you is quite dull, you know.
I'm not even sure if she knows how to do that in the editing program.
She'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh, so what did you need?
I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation.
God. Shut up. Huh?
I'm purchasing your talent. The same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case.
So what are you saying? You're not good enough? So solve? No, I just...
You seem to have limited use, which is why I've chosen you
yes.
as my
There's
date
many
for the ball.
limited uses.
You have the honor of contributing to my investigation.
You mean my investigation?
My
So,
investigation.
my investigation.
Makoto, look between us. Who do you think tops here?
Definitely
My
me. I don't have a
investigation.
leather strap. I don't have a leather strap across my chest.
This is for aesthetic purposes.
hmm So, you're inviting me to come with you. You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Meanwhile, there's just Kyoko in the back just rolling her
See, look, he's
eyes.
looking down. He knows his place.
He's looking at something, alright. Now then, shall we get started?
But
We need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't want
that's
to
right,
be
Makoto.
caught by that bear.
That's right. Now get in front of me, Makoto, and walk briskly.
Go, go, go.
I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one. God, is this where all the Byakuya simps come from? Is this trial? I found the blunt object. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and there's a blood. This is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. Byakuya comes in. Oh yes, look at this dumbbell that I found. Yes.
The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her.
Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
I don't imagine it could have been anything else.
Nice.
Wow, look at you, Makoto. So smart.
See, and you wanted me to give you a different character. This whole trial would have been me talking to myself.
That is true.
There's a fresh bloodstain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. The poster got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. Let's look at the body. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork.
Well, but...
But we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that.
The word bloodlust is written on the wall. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. Look at the floating plates. His shadow morphed underneath them. Is that it?
I mean, you can talk to people around the room.
But they're useless.
I think you may
They're just
have
gonna say
to.
useless stuff. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? Oh, I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't that strong.
Sakura
Wow.
is right
Wow.
there.
I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff.
look at the
Katsuhiro's
look at the
complex.
punching bag.
I can't help wondering what it might be. Mondo's account. Hell yeah, look at that punching bag. I use his locker room all the time. Now, it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else, then carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her. But still, I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise, but according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed about around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late? Hino or myself were usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night. Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. And who was in the halls with her at the same time, Taylor?
I don't know. We weren't up at 2 in the fucking morning.
Editing Taylor flashback to last time we were out, last time at night. We walked in the halls, and we had a conversation with Celeste, and turned 90 degrees to our right to find Chihiro on the other end of the hall. We ran up to her very briskly.
Very briskly.
Flashback to present. Oh, it was Celeste. It's all coming together.
Now I believe it's time for us to move on.
Huh? Already?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case.
That's true, but
If you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed.
he's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. Or maybe got caught up with the wrong person, but at the right time.
So this is our next location.
Huh? This place is related to the investigation.
Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right?
What's the point of teaming up if you're just gonna be an asshole the whole time? There are a bunch of different pool-related items on the shelf, which have nothing to do with the case.
Nice.
Nice. What am I supposed to be looking for in here? Just look at the gun then? Maybe this gun was used to... No, impossible. If that were true, Chihiro would be riddled with holes. And what the fuck am I supposed to be looking at?
Maybe the boys' locker room?
He's gonna be like, you fuck.
That's not even the scene of the crime, idiot.
I knew it. What an ass. This is the last thing to look at. A flotation donut. I don't think it's related. Great, let's leave.
Hold on.
What?
We still have more to check here.
What?
Maybe the key, like, the key swipes. That.
Bam, bam, bam. If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma.
Ah, another handbook swipe. Female Celeste. And trading handbooks is illegal, so it couldn't have been a fool. Ah, big brain. It's totally. But also, the murderer could have just killed Chihiro and used her handbook to take care of her in there. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
You called for me.
Monokuma!
Finally.
Has he been domesticated?
Finally, a servant. Can you bring me my tea? It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up?
Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct? If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl. The ceiling mounting a Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, right? Correctly correct.
Oh, then. That means only girls can go in the girls' locker room, and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means...
Hey, Makoto. I can see right through you.
See right through me?
Allow me to tell you what you're thinking.
Oh yes, because I didn't know already.
Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there. As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get that right? Good lord, you're simple.
What? Am I wrong?
You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you this entire time.
Only alive people only alive people can't trade their rule book, can't trade their e-handbooks, not dead people.
Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited.
You're not loaning it if you kill someone for it.
Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine.
Oh.
No, I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Tagami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little bit more excitement to things. Yeah, you're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
I'm gonna kill Monokuma out of pure jealousy alone.
What?
He's getting all of my senpai's attention. I must
Jesus
murder him.
Christ. Get it? Got it? Good.
There's only one main course here. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it, so,
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together. Or else I'm gonna charge you with criminal necklace.
Help!
Ne-
Help!
help. Help. Negligence. Yep, that's as close as we're getting tonight. No more questions. Figure the rest out on your own damn self. Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental facilities, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall.
The main hall?
That'll help you understand what's going on.
Or... Look at him, all on his own. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 doo, 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 doo. There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. No, wait. There's 3 of them. But what are they doing here?
So you finally found them.
Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya?
I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of the dead students get delivered to this mailbox.
Oh my god, is someone use fucking Sayaka's or Junko's handbook?
So then
These 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka?
You can go ahead and confirm it for yourself.
I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did, Sayaka Miyazono. I have flashbacks to start crying. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook.
Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole I revealed earlier. Either that or you can just steal someone else's handbook, but whatever.
Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it.
You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you this entire time. Didn't this happen like 5 minutes ago? Why are we repeating it?
Loaning
your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is okay, damn.
I skipped it. Yeah, fuck you. I see. Yeah, now I understand.
Hold on a second.
What's wrong? I know what's wrong. There's only fucking 3. Where is Chihiro's?
Chihiro just died, so I think, like, after the investigation and, like, the trial and stuff, that's when, like, everything, like, the crime scene gets cleaned up and, like, the handbooks go to this mailbox. That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on.
Is it broken? Whose is it?
The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up.
And the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs.
Pummeled with baseballs.
It's not like these are Nokia phones.
The memory of it came flooding back. Oh, do we get to watch it again?
Leon.
Hell yeah. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. So what happens if Byakuya dies? Do they just pelt him endlessly with coins? for being the ultimate affluent prodigy.
Eat up a rich boy. No, eat the
If
rich.
Chihiro, if Chihiro dies, they just throw PC monitors at her. If Hifumi dies by paper cut,
Actually, for the first game, the developer has like executions for everyone who wasn't a murderer and therefore didn't have executions. The developers made executions for everyone anyways. There's like a book you can read it in. I don't know what book it is. I think this wouldn't be a spoiler since like Chihiro's obviously a victim. So clearly she won't be executed. But I think Chihiro's was like she plays like a video game which is very similar to Mario. And she has to go through this video game with only 3 lives before on a time limit before she eventually dies.
wow. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Hey. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey.
Oh, what?
That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily.
But it did.
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay?
So what you're telling me is that someone used it to block the bullets from the machine gun.
I don't care how many baseballs you hit with it, it wouldn't do crap.
Which means it was a male. Because the machine gun shot.
Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have a single weak point.
It does?
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks. Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken. But you might ask, how could that be?
Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now.
You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. The broken e-handbook added to my thing.
Okay, then this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit.
Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro.
To be exact, not quite.
Huh? Not quite.
Alright, and this is where we'll end our episode.
Hell yeah.
Interesting
We're gonna do more investigations with Byakuya senpai. Woo.
Woo. I hate both of us.